Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you? And very good morning to all of you. Okay, now we are going to discuss next topic. Okay, for our marketing and selling financial services course. Okay, this is the fifth topic. Okay, we already discussed about basic marketing concept in service marketing, and we already discussed regarding on consumer, okay, positioning, and right now, last week we touched a bit about is that product. Okay, so today I want to share with you regarding on distribution. Okay, still within our basic marketing mix. Okay, product already discussed. Right now for distribution. After this, we talk about pricing and promotion. Okay, so inshallah, we try to keep all chapters available for you to comprehend the topic. Okay, for this marketing and selling financial services course. Okay, so let's go. I want to share with you the slide. So you have already the notes, the slides, and also the books. So please refer to your book in order to get more information from this chapter. Okay. So distributing services through physical and electronic channels. Right. So quite different, quite tough when talking about distribution. When you want to distribute something that are not visible in nature, okay, and also to make sure all the output similarly produced for every single time of production. Okay, when you want to produce good, okay, it's very much easier since the character of product itself is tangible and also can be stored. Another thing we talk about, it doesn't have variation compared to the services. Okay, services really tough. It needs something that can help in order to materialize, support, and to show the process run from beginning until the end of the process, where later affect the experience of the consumer in terms of consuming the services. Okay, so for distributing services, right now we have few outline here. Okay, so as you can see, distribution in service context, how it look like. Options, okay, how can you deliver your services, okay, efficiently, and when and where. Okay, the most difficult part is where and when. If you have the product, physical product, it's much easier. You can make a deal, do some negotiation with your intermediary to place your product on their shelf. But to put your services on the shelf and make sure visible to the market, quite different. Okay, so delivering services in cyberspace. Okay, how do you put your services available on the internet? Okay, so how also intermediary act in this case, selling our services. Okay, what are the challenges facing by a service producer or service provider in large domestic market? And lastly, we will talk about how to distribute the services internationally. So right now in today's market environment, people like to have everything goes international, online, and also they want to think about some reducing their cost of production. Okay, so let's go one by one. Distribution in a services context. So, all right, in a services context, we often don't move physical product. Yeah, of course, because the main characteristic of services itself is intangible. Okay, we have four characteristics to make services differ compared to the goods. Okay, first of all is intangible. After that, we have we consider as a variation in terms of outcome, very perishable, and also non-separability of providing the services to your customer. So in the first part, because it's intangible, so we don't have anything or we don't talk about something related to physical evidence to move from A or to B, from manufacturer to our customer. So experiences, performances, and solutions are not being physically shipped and stored. Yeah, and more information transactions are conducted through electronic and not physical channels. Okay, so why? Because if you want to deliver your services, you need to make sure your access to your consumer as well as how consumer react and actively participate in order your services successfully delivered to your customer. Because your consumer also become part of the process. Okay, when talk about services, we talk about process. We don't talk about moving something that relate to physical. Okay, so okay, what kind of flows involved in uh, distributing services? Okay, so first of all, information and promotion flow. Okay, you want to persuade people, you want to inform your customer about your product, you need to we call it as present to them how our service look like and what are the benefit they perceive during and after the consuming the services. Okay, so in that particular transaction also we're facing negotiation flow. Okay, how we make deal between a provider and also a consumer. Okay, and last flow, we talk about product flow, which is the development of network between the provider and also the consumer. So this is elements which is interrelated one to another. Okay, so most of core services require physical locations. Okay, why we need to express or to materialize? Because some people might need certain cues, right, in order for them to accept the service offering. So many supplementary services are informational and it also can be distributed widely and cost effectively via other means. Okay, and frequently we receiving lots of calls from service provider, for example, insurance agency, loyalty cards through telephone, or even we got so many emails that we may either you aware or not subscribing we call it as a newsletter. Okay, if you aware your mailbox got full with so many promotional information. Okay, to attract you to consume their services. All right. Okay, this is a sample which is we took from flower or service. Okay, last topic we talked flower or service. Okay, which petals are formed from the various function. Okay, so right here we talk about the flow. Okay, some of the petal or some of the functions information flow, and some of them physical or product flow. Okay, so last week or last topic we mentioned that every well-formed petals will contribute to pleasant experience, very nice environment for overall service consumption. Okay, so we took an example as a hotel overnight stay. So the main core offer is about staying at the hotel, but to have such experience, you need other supplementary services, either that supplementary services facilitating or enhancing your experience throughout the process. Okay, so this is how do you use internet or website, okay, in order to inform your potential customer, your existing customer, your maybe people who have experienced your services, okay, either from information until whatever exception that you put into your offer. So information, consultation, order taking, hospitality, safekeeping, and other things that are also included in the website. Reviews also. Okay, some people need some reviews about their we call it as their experience, either a night or even more than that. Okay, so for example, when I want to go to have a stay at a hotel, I look for review before I make a booking. Okay, so this is an example where using website. All right. Okay, options. How many options do you have? Okay, the first option is you require customer to visit service site. Okay, if you talk about a night overnight stay at the hotel, you require the call it a customer to I mean to come register themselves and stay at your hotel. So customer visit service site. So this option convenient of service factory location and operational schedule important when customer has to be physically present. Okay, so anything that require your customer to come, so along with that, your service site should be equipped well, okay, to make sure your customers overall experience very nice and pleasant. Okay, the second option is service providers go to customer. Okay, some situation very unavoidable when a subject or object are immovable. Okay, you cannot move. For example, your washing machine broke down. You don't have the facility to bring your washing machine to the shop to repair your washing machine. So you ask for them to come and do their repairs at your home. So the service provider come to your house and process the, we call it as a repairing until it's finished, and put replacement any parts that require you to replace. So more expensive and time consuming for service provider. Okay, from the first option, talking about you need to come to do and to experience. I mean, you need to walk in. This option required the provider to come to your house or to your location. Okay, another one is service transaction conducted remotely. Okay, so through the maybe the internet. Okay, so you can get services. Okay, either you get the services or you deliver services. So everything done remotely. Okay, this is how we simplify. Okay, customer goes to survey organization as an example, single site. Okay, Tether. Okay, has loan. So right now people are afraid of infection. Okay, talking about social distancing. So they are more prefer to have something remotely provided. As example provided right now, you have the video on demand, for example. Okay, you can have your Netflix. So customer and service organization transact remotely. So another option is service organization come to customer, for example, house painting. How come you move the house? So you require for them to come and bring their paint and paint our own house. Okay, so mobile car wash. Okay, this is what I have mentioned to our students. Okay, to look this kind of venture, which is mobile car wash. It is reasonable because we come to their house and very very call it as preferable for some people. Okay, so in terms of availability of service outlet, okay, you can find some example. Okay, on providing on single site. Some of the example can provide it on multiple site. Okay, all right. So the preferences of channels, okay, are not same because we are dealing with human. We have our own preferences. So some people might require a provider to come. Some of them are willing to walk in, to go by themselves, experiencing their services. So for complex and high perceived risk services, people tend to rely on personal channel. Okay, something more personal. Okay, more they are required for privacy. Okay, talk about privacy. So they are looking something that customarily provided to you. Individual with greater confidence and knowledge about a service or channel tend to use impersonal and self-service channel. Okay. Yes, during the transition process, whereby bank encourage their client to withdraw their money using the teller machine. Okay, so some of the people are not having good confidence in using machine to withdraw their money. Maybe they're afraid of revealing their PIN, talking about their money might be stolen by someone else. Okay, so they are prefer to withdraw their money over the counter. But somehow today, people who look for withdrawing their money below than 5,000 required just withdraw from the ATM. Okay, so even you go to the bank, they require you to go to ATM below the 5,000. Okay. More than that, you are required to withdraw over the counter. So that's an example. Okay, you must have confidence before you attempting service by yourself. Okay, customer with social motive tend to use personal channel. Okay, convenience is a key driver of channel choice. Okay, let ask yourself, how many of you have uh, good confidence in doing transaction using e-wallet, for example. Okay, maybe not for me for a few years back. Okay, but right now everything needs for contactless, cashless mode of payment. So I'm convincing using e-wallet in paying anything. Even some of the shopkeeper already have this kind of awareness by providing uh, right now they are using QR code for us to pay. Okay, especially Touch and Go, the most famous one. Okay, your groceries just shop by using e-wallet, so very convenient. All right. Okay, so all right, when and where? Okay, so talking about now, yes, I heard about the retrenchment. Okay, maybe you have already about Marindo. So people are talking about reducing their costs. Okay, so sometime to decide where and when your product will be delivered also very crucial. Alhamdulillah. Cost and productivity and access to labor are key determinants to locating a service facility. For example, if you want to open up an airport, you should require a very huge or size of uh, piece of land. Okay, yes, airport require you to build runway instead of the terminal. The runway also quite long, few kilometers. It's not simply not it's not an helicopters which is require just small space to depart or to land, but for airplane require a large piece of land. And also geographic factor. Okay, if you want to build up a ski resort, okay, you need to build your ski resort at somewhere that have snow. Okay, even Malaysia doesn't have such a geographic, we call it factor. Okay, so need for economy of scale. Okay, example given here is hospital. So it's not easy to build a hospital unless we consider number of people, the population, and also the other facilities that support for hospital to exist. Okay, because every single uh, cent that put for hospital development will cost for future income of the hospital itself. Okay. Right. Mini store, this is an example, and you can how do you distribute your service. Okay. Creating many small service factory to maximize geographic coverage. Okay. That's why some the call it health center, you open up a few community clinics in order to expand the coverage. Not the large one, but the smaller and in terms of size, scopes, required to make sure people have access to that. separating front and back stage of operation. Okay, purchasing space from another provider. Okay, in complementary field. Okay, maybe you outsource your 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 service to others to do for you. Okay, on your part. Locating in multi-purpose facility. Okay, so you are looking for people where do they live and work. Okay, you provide service station, or even you convert the area or the existing place into some place where it's accessible by others to provide their service. As an example given there, from that perspective, is a conversion from normal airport into a mall. Okay, so normally when we talk about airport, okay, we talk about the place where the airplane land and depart, take off. Okay, but when you go to the airport, anything you can anything you can find. What kind of services provided? Anything that you want to. Okay, until massage, hotel, even foods. Okay, available in airport. So this is another example of locating in multi-purpose facility. Okay, done with the place. Right now, talking about time. Okay, we talk about time. So normally we talk about 8 to 5. Okay, very limited. Okay. When you want to consult, to lodge a complaint, you need the problem to be informed immediately. However, maybe time is over. Okay, maybe over 1 minute over. So how come you want to lodge your complaint? Because the operating hour over. So right now, okay, to be providing something more flexible, okay, very responsive. Okay, the service providing 24 hours a day and 7 days a week station. So right now, some of the service you can access all day long. Okay, they are putting messaging boards. Okay, to counter some common problems. If you have something more complex, you can leave your message. Okay, this is an example. Turn from normal or traditional time of delivery into 24 hours or all day long access. Okay, how to deliver your services on cyberspace? Okay, we have lots of facility, lots of we call it as application that's providing you access. Okay, uh, it's become normal and common for people to have smartphone. Okay, right now in old days we talk about PDAs, personal digital assistant. Okay, so right now PDAs is very common. So this is kind of innovation that exists in our market. Okay, voice recognition technology, website, anything that you want to find first place you want to refer is website. Okay, even myself selling anything, people are looking me from website. Okay, smart card. Okay, some details, even pay using smart cards is much more convenient. Okay, so This is like produced in 2000, if I'm not mistaken, 2010, around 10 years ago. Okay, already mentioned about smart card. Nowadays we have your debit card equipped with payway facility. You can pay by using RFID. Okay, we call it as a not plug but embed in your card. Okay, so electronic channels can be offered together with physical channel, sometimes replacing those physical channels. That's why people are talking about online businesses into this market. They are not prefer anymore having physical premise to offer services or good, even goods also. Okay, much more convenient since you can store your goods at your house. No need for rent any premises. Okay, so what are the factors that encourage you to use virtual store? Okay, why are you looking for something selling on the internet? Yes, first of all, we talk about convenient. Okay, now we look for already. Okay, convenience is very convenient. You need to start your car, start your motorcycle, to go and visit the service facility. Ease of search. Okay, if information already provided on the website, why are you looking for something physically printed anymore? Okay, broader selections. Okay, you can look for your alternative. So many selections on the website. Okay, you can go. Even services also available. Okay, potential for better prices. You can compare immediately. Okay, for example, we talk about hotel. Agoda in Malaysia, we have Agoda. Even international also have it. There are lots of hotels providing their information and offer different price. Okay, so it's giving us some, we call it as space to make wise and the best decision for us. Okay, and first of all, 24-hour service. Okay. Most of us looking for something that provided 24 hours. Okay, all day long you can access with prompt delivery. Okay, you can go looking for some additional info on page 140. Okay, 140, 140, which is mentioned to you why people looking for extension uh, in our service operating hours. Okay, so e-commerce. Okay, in recent development, that was 10 years ago. Okay, you can have information on the website. Okay, you can lodge complaints. Okay, you can give feedback regarding on your experience through the customer management system and also mobile telephony. So some people are afraid to talk, maybe don't have the opportunity, don't have confidence right now. They can lodge complaint by texting to the provider. Okay, integrating mobile devices into the service delivery infrastructure. So why? To access the services. Okay, alert customer to opportunity and problems and update information in real time. Okay, we got notification about any new offer, any product launch. Okay, it's a much more convenient for us. And make us aware of anything new in the market. Okay. Since we talk about physical delivery, they have some people work in between consumer and also the provider. So what happened on services? Also, we have the intermediaries. Okay, so some of the provider, okay, the core products actually associate with someone outside the company, providing the call it facilitating or enhancing elements to the company. Okay, for example, given there, for hotel stay, if I'm not mistaken, here, the original supplies or the main offer from the provider might be hotel or room, and also maybe talking about payment, okay, partially, okay. Other than that, okay, complementing by intermediaries. For example, in Tahoe booking, it doesn't manage anymore by hotel itself. For you call it car park, also not. They are also already outsourced the services to someone else. Okay, someone else in terms of internet facility, internet access, also outsourced to some other companies. So to build up the total experience of and giving full benefit for a night stay at a hotel, you require intermediaries to complement the process. Okay, this is how intermediaries work. Okay, so another way you can do franchising. Okay, whereby you as a franchisor, okay, provide training, equipment, and support. Okay, while franchisee invest their time and finance, okay, deposit some money, and follow copy and media guidelines of franchisor. Okay, what's so good? Franchising your business or get your business do by someone else. Okay, you can expand delivery of effective service concept without high level of monetary investment because the monetary contribution come from the franchisee. Okay, and the franchisee are motivated to ensure good customer service and high quality service operation. Okay. However, anything in the world have pros and cons. Okay, right now when do franchising, you have less control over delivery system and how customer experience actual service. Okay, few days ago I have experienced bad experience at one of the franchise outlet. Okay, so to lodge a complaint directly to the franchisee might not be preferred channel since can be manipulated. So I directly contact to the franchisor to make them known what I've I'm experienced with my families and to make sure that to take action to their franchisee. So you have less control on that. Effective quality control is very difficult. Okay, you need to monitor every time. Okay, conflict between franchisee may arise, especially as they gain experience. Yes, after few times, okay, if they learn during the franchise as a franchisee, okay, might put your business or yourself as a franchisor facing time where your franchisee want to we call it as pull the plug, not having any contact anymore, and then they are having advantage to copy everything that they have learned during that time. So alternative, license another supplier to add on the original supplier's behalf to deliver core product. Okay, for example, here given trucking companies and banks selling insurance product. Okay, to distribute your service in large domestic market, what are the challenges? Okay, some of the challenges might be mentioned here is talking about distance. Okay, some of the country having difficulty to deliver their services since the distance between the provider and also the we call it customer very very far. Okay, distances involved, multiple time zone. Okay, you need to consider if you want to send or deliver your service to different time zone. You need to know how to make sure everything on time. Multiculturalism. Okay, multiculturalism talking about something that involve not similarly to our culture. Okay, so sensitivity between different kind of society also need to take into account. So differences in laws and tax rates. Okay. All right. The last part we talk about how to distribute your service internationally. Okay, there are some drivers. Okay, that we can discuss here. Okay, we have market drivers, government drivers, okay, competition drivers, technology drivers, and also cost drivers. Okay, when talking about market drivers, okay, we need to consider common customer needs across countries. Okay, corporate customer seek for standardized and simplified suppliers used in different countries. Okay, for example, at agencies, logistics suppliers before accounting firm. Okay, the accounting who look for bookkeeping, anything auditing our we call it activities. Okay, so government drivers. Okay, the trade policy, the standards. Okay, if you want to put your product to United States, you need to comply some of the regulation. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, when you want to sell product on eBay, you need to comply few things before you trade your service. Okay. All right, competition drivers. Okay, who your competitors in another country, interdependence of countries. Okay, first may be obliged to follow competitors into new markets to protect own position as well. Okay, sometimes you need to study your competitors before you go into that countries. Technology drivers, some advances. Okay, the mobility equipment, digitalization. So make our service create some amendments, some customization should be done. Okay, cost drivers, the scales, economy of scale, and also lower operating cost. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's look to one by one. Okay, based on the types of services. Okay, we have right here people processing. We have possession. We have information. Okay. We have another one, mental processing, not involved here. Okay, so people processing require direct contact with customer. Okay, So how do you make sure your service can penetrate the international market? Okay, so talking about people processing, you export your service concept. Okay, so many restaurant already built in many countries using the same concept. Okay, even hotels. Okay, import customers. Okay, inviting customer from overseas to firm's home country. Okay, in Malacca, you have medical, we call it hospital that classify as medical tourism center. Okay, you are inviting people who have some medical problem to come to Malaysia and experiencing their services. Transport customer to new location, okay, which is related to transportation, okay, either by air, sea transport, okay, using railroad or even normal road. Okay, possession processing, okay, involves service to customers' physical possession. Okay, you providing service for people for goods that belong to other people. Okay, this is we call it as a freight transport. Okay, information-based services, okay, which is include mental processing and information processing services. They combine together. Okay, export service to local service factory. Okay, import customers, export the information via telecommunication and transform it locally. Okay, this is a impact. Okay, you can do based on the competition drivers, market drivers. Okay, whatever we have mentioned before. Okay, so barriers to international trade in services. Okay, passage of free trade is legislation. So it's important facilitator of transnational operation. Okay, some are even you have some, we call it as access. Okay, but some barriers may still exist. Okay, for example, international restriction. Okay, international airline operating right restriction. Okay, if you don't have call it physical restriction, you might have facing heavy taxation. Okay, legal restriction, lack of broadly agreed upon accounting standard. Some of the countries require you to possess some skill. Okay, example, if I'm not mistaken, China require you to have their own we call it financial reporting standard. Okay, so some countries require few different things, so you need to consider every single thing in order to get into that country. So cultural issues, okay, that's why when you talk about to access Malaysian market, for example, okay, you need to have, especially when talk about food services, you need to have certification from our religious body. Okay, you need to have halal certification. Your product should be halal certified. Okay, and other we call it certification that requires in order to convince the market and also to attract market to consume our service. Okay, so so far that's all for distribution the services. Okay, after this we talk about pricing. Okay, how to manage your revenues. Okay, we already reached to the fifth lecture, so inshallah we talk having another two. Okay, to make sure our week and also our lecture line. Okay, thanks for your attention, and see you again in a topic in pricing the services. Wallahu alam. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.